Yes, are we in and on and over here, boys? You know I've always got to check. Is it popping? Is it bumping? Can you hear me? My loud and clear, boys. Get in and on and over here. Let me sort this chat out here so that I can get you boys highlighted when we need you. When we need you the most. Live rooms, live chat. Get in them. Get in there. Get in and on and over here. Paste that up in this bitch. Get an okay on that. Then we can slap some comments on. Just look at that table. Has that worked? That's worked. Get in, boys. Can you hear me? Are we loud? Are we clear? Are we in and on and over here? Yo, Ming. Can you hear me, dude? Somebody let us know. Let a brother know. Yes, we're in, boys. We're in and on and over here. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Before we begin, I know we've kind of begun. We're top at league. Totally legitimately. Plus 50 goal difference. Absolutely disgusting. 17 games unbeaten. Absolutely disgusting. But before we have any of that, you know what time it is. Get that badger in and on and over here. I feel like he deserves a kiss. I'm going to murmur, I'm going to cover my mouth so that we don't get all the weirdness of the noise. But there'll have been a bit of weirdness in there, but I don't care. We've just banged into him. We had to move back to get his greatness in. I'm so delighted to bring him in and on and over here. He deserves every single bit of sunshine. Shine. Is that a beer? I've finally received this beer as well. Excellent. Cheers, love. Not shutting door. Finally received my beer. Bit late, but it's never too late, is it? Badger. Ming. No disaster. Badger. Get up. Big up, Jack. Yes. Catch you later, Fernie. Take it easy, dude. Cheers for tuning into the live feed. We are going up as champions. We are the best side in the league. Shout out to Sean Rooney. Shout out to George for the super chat. Shout out to Ming. Shout out to Legendary MVG for the super chats. You're absolute legends. All of you. Mark Bradley, Jamie Tobin, Ollie DYG. Every single which one here. Fernie, Andy Rowe, AO, Chris Gill. I love you all, man. We are off up. I don't give a shit what anybody says. This is one of the best times we will have as Leeds United fans. Me and this badger will have in the... It's not going to get better than this for years, boys. We're going to go up next year. It's going to be tricky, tracky, shitty, shatty. We're going to be shitting and shatting everywhere. It's going to be, is what it is. We just got to enjoy this ride while we're on it. We can't be beat. We are 17 games unbeaten. I don't know if we can be beat. I actually don't know if we can go on. I thought we were 1-0 down, but that's what I mean. We're kicking into this gear now where I just don't know. The second win that we're getting, where you just know there's something on the horizon. You always feel, somebody said it in my live stream, like there's something's happening here, like we're on to something. I think it was Cragger that said he can sniff a winner here. I said 3-1 at the start of the game. I didn't want to say 3-1. I wanted to say 2-1, but I went 3-1 on the basis that, you know, everybody was saying 2-1, and I always go 2-1 with result. It's all about enjoying the ride, booming. That's what I'm saying. We're unbelievable. Start a bit edgy. I actually thought we started the game well. First 10 minutes we played well. Then they really came into the side. My voice has gone a little bit. I'm looking forward to watching them goal reactions back. Genuinely, I don't try and sometimes the goals get me, sometimes I don't. Didn't even see the third. It just went past like a fucking lightning bolt. I don't know whether I wasn't looking at the screen or whether the camera had not caught up or whether it was straight off. Get in, Bamford, Forshaw. Suck it up, Chrissy Wilder. Love it. Leeds killing me softly. Love it. As soon as Rothwell came on, we were the winners. Why change the Rothwell-Tanaka connection? We're winning Prem next season, says George. I love it. Sean Rooney. Hey, yes. We needed a win, and that's a statement of intent by Leeds. That's where I'm living. 100% is massive statement win. We don't even need the statement win at this point. It's just every game that we're going in ahead and winning is like... I mean, Andy there says it can sign for the draw. I never felt... I don't know what you're going to get out of this side. It's like when the goals start coming in, these last minute goals, I don't want to be like some sort of Man U fan, but these last minute goals are becoming a thing where, you know, I know it was 3-1. You know, the last minute goal was 3-1, but we constantly I don't know, when the game opens up a little bit, it's just like once a goal goes in, it's like, right, there's a lot of our players have got a whiff for a goal, haven't they? Got a bit of a sniff for it. We own this league, says Mark Newell. I agree. Oh, Maureen's over the moon. Yes, love it. Mentality monsters. That's what it is, Ming. You just know there's something coming all the time. LUFC gift that just keeps on giving, says Rick Gillingham. That's where I'm living. That's what I say. Did I say to go up with a raw? Yes, you did, Joe. Depp, you also said that Peru needs to start. If he gets you 20 goals this season, does he need to start? Peru, I think that's his 15th goal. What is it, 12 games left against poorer opposition? He's going to get 5 chances. And what we've seen from Peru, Peral Perisley, is you give him a chance, he gets a goal. Didn't have much of a sniff today. I enjoyed getting him on in the 10 role. I put a poll up and it was 90% or 80% saying that they wanted him in the 10. This time last year would have all been pissing and whinging about putting him in the 10. Or maybe not this time last year, but last year would have been pissing and whinging about putting him in the 10. Because obviously Rutter dominated the 10 last year in general towards the latter end of the season. I know he then got injured, but whatever, who cares? But Peral Perisley is legitimate in that 10 role as well. I don't want him in there from the start, but I think you keep your goal scorers on. We've gone through a patch of... I think Farke's actually found his subs. Let's be fair to him. Things have taken Farke a while in terms of like getting some sort of a team structure down. In terms of like how we're going about winning the games. There was a lot of times where he wouldn't make many subs or he would never rotate the squad. And then he went through a patch of just sort of throwing all the forwards on. That's stopped now. He's found Rothwell in there, hasn't he, that comes on and changes games. Rothwell has to be staking a claim though to start these games now. Not even joking. He's doing this on a regular basis, off the bench, and when he was starting. He's legitimate. He's a legitimate centre midfielder. While ever Ampadu's injured, I don't know whether Tanaka and Rothwell are genuinely the best partnership at the club. Rothwell in the 8 role will do me. Tanaka in that 6 role. Tanaka's a better 8 than he is a 6, but I think Tanaka's better at the 6 than Gruev is at the 6. So Tanaka's the better 6. I don't really give a shit. I don't know why everybody gets so raggy about it. Like why it matters who's put. Like we have to like we're looking at like all these elite players and you just have to get them into the squad. I don't think we do have to get them into the squad. You want them all in the squad, but then when you can bring Rothwell off at bench or like when Ampadu gets back, we'll see what happens with Ampadu in general because I love him in that 6, and then I would still probably go Ampadu and Tanaka in there because I think they give you more than enough. So I'm just going around in full circle there, but. Honestly, these boys are mentally good. We are mentally good at the moment. When are we going to lose a game? I'm not sure we are. We've got a massively tough match against West Brom. That'll be horrible. But it's at home. I can see us doing it. It's 12:30 kickoff, like everybody says. But Farke's found his mojo in that centre mid. In them changes. 60s. He went early this year. This year, I can't even talk. Never mind speak. That's the same thing. I can't even think. Never mind speak. I meant to say. He went early with his subs, and there's been a critique of him that he doesn't do that, and he doesn't. But up to now, it's worked. We're top at league by 5 points now. I mean, I don't even know. I can't even think off the top of my head how much have we pulled away from rest. I know I had it all. I had it in my video yesterday. But so we're 7 points away from Burnley. I said they weren't a threat. We're 13 points away from Sunderland, and we're 5 points away from Sheffield. I can't wait to watch my man Chrissy Wilder for Just Joe going in and being like, where you at, Chrissy Wilder? Because he'll have been loving that for so long. Righteous One says Rothwell could start 10 now and give Brendan a rest. I'm not up for that though, man. If I'm honest, Righteous One, I think he's the 8. I don't think there's any need to not have him in the 8. George says scariest thing about Peru is he's not even at his prime age yet. He's only going to get better and we get back, and he's improved massively under Farke. Some players need some time as well, man. He got plenty of goals last year. He did well for us, really. His return were good for what we paid for him. You'd have taken what we got out of him. And then this season, he's come on leaps and bounds. Even in that 10 role, he's excellent. I don't know, you've got to get over, like, I know you're not saying this, George. I just mean, like, everybody's got to get over, like, how he's a bit clunky on ball or whatever. Who gives a shit? The bloke picks you up loads of goals. He is good in and around box. He does have a nice little layoff play. He does have some nice touches. Don't need to worry about him. Keep the bastard on the pitch. He'll pick you up a goal. He might get you an odd assist, which he has done this year. Yes, CB. Evening, Jack. What a winner. Get up, my boy. Love it. What a result. Rick says Ramazani in a 10 would love to see it. Ramazani didn't even feature today, did he? Somebody put, let me find that. Somebody put about Nonto. I want to find that comment because somebody put, Arthur Bushby said Nonto done well. Thought Nonto were excellent when he came on. One was a good free kick. I think that's the one that Rothwell wasted, to be fair, but that from a difficult angle. Sorry. Brilliant when he came on. Brilliant strike. I thought it was a bundle of energy. Leeds, Muppets, Bamford, Forshaw, Sean Rooney, Cragger, Muppets. We haven't lost a game since Christmas. Yeah, we haven't lost a game in 17, mate. Plus 50 goal difference. Is this as good as it gets in this league? I don't really give a shit. We can pull away massively now. 5 points away from Sheffield, who are in second. 7 points away from third. The gap is late on. The teams run away with it earlier. Leicester ran away with it earlier, but we caught them. We did catch them, and then it all went to shit. We're in the position now where the lead actually starts to become apparent, and you start to pull away, and then you go, oh, well, to be fair, they've just timed it really well. Farker is the Donny. He knows what he is doing. Back the man. And back him in the Prem as well. Give him a proper go at it, boys. Let's let him have this opportunity. He deserves it. He needs more credit for the two teams that he's pulled out. We've had both summers have been this summer transfer window less sticky, but still lost his best players. I don't think Gray was his best player on the basis that, I know that seems to piss everybody off, but I just think, I think we've upgraded ultimately on Gray as a right back with Bogle. I don't know what the ceiling is. I think Gray's probably a far better footballer than Bogle, but right here, right now, who's the best right back in the league? I think you'd have a right hard job on finding anybody better than Bogle. I think he's better than Gray at right back. Whether that means he can go play for a top 4 side at right back or not is a whole other story. I don't think he probably can. We got rid of Kamara. Kamara got a lot of stick. Everybody seemed to be happy to move him on. Tanaka's come in, excellent. Obviously, we kept Gruev, kept Ampadu. Rothwell's come in there. Both Tanaka and Rothwell are far better than Kamara. We've improved there. Farker's integrated him into the side. He wasn't playing Tanaka or he wasn't playing Rothwell. Now they've become a serious feature to this squad. Who else? Peru's come on leaps and bounds. We lost Rutter. We lost Somerville. Brought Solomon and he's come straight into the side. Brought Aronson back. He's come straight into the side. My man Farker, it's a masterclass what my man Farker has done. I ain't even joking. 2 years on bounce. We did excellently well as well. The first year, whether you like it or not, we had a really poor start. Farker's notorious for his relatively laggy starts. We had a better start this season, and that I'm not certain on this, but I know when he were in Championship with Norwich, but I'm not 100% certain that we'd had a better start than the Norwich side had when he got them promoted. We'd had a better start than them. So now we are as in and on and over as this Badger is. We're flying. I've just received a text and it's put me off. CB, always someone who's been negative. I'm going to get through these comments here, boys, if I can. It's as good as it gets. Tanaka's on another level, says Henro. Good to see you, by the way, man. Arthur says, I like Rothwell and Tanaka in middle. Dick Dastardly, Peru is having a good season. I can't wait to see Peru Paralpa Risley. It's been unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. Peru's biggest skill is invisibility. The end of the season can't arrive soon enough, says AO. It can for me, mate. I'm riding this out. I'm just up for it all the way through to it. I don't want to get in the way of no here. I just want to ride this out. I want to enjoy this moment. I want to enjoy how mint we are at football. I want to enjoy being 1-0 down, 70 minutes in, thinking we can do something here. We can go and get this. Brilliant. What performances these boys are dragging out. We are the best team in the league by a country mile. When we pull away, when Sheffield United realise that they're in a dogfight with Burnley and we're pulling away and we're champions, I don't, as much as I love the jeopardy in the games, there's going to be 5 games left and we're going to be just home and dry. We're going to be promoted with 5 games left. Top 2, there'll be a chance that the second in league can catch us, but we will be going up 5 games left. We're incredible. And Farker is the absolute man. Back the bastard. Back the bastard. Come on. Great win, Jack. 1 foot in Prem, says Nick L, UFC 1919. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely, exactly. We've got Chris Gill, we've got 7 out of 9 points against top 4 teams. Who deserves the silver? Agreed, brother. I'd never saw him because I was too busy jumping up, Arthur, so I didn't see that Ampadu can't be injured. He says that he saw him sprinting after Tanaka goal. Well, they're going to try to do that to him next year when it gets a bit harder. That's why I'm riding this out, and I'm sorry, Badger. That's why I'm riding this out, and I'm just having it as large as I can possibly have it, because this is as good as it gets. And I don't give a shit. Anybody that says about, like, you know, well, what league are you in and all this stuff, like, in Championship, so what? You can only win what you're in, can't you? So what? We're still at an elite level in the Championship, aren't we? We're not, obviously not an elite side worldwide. Obviously, that's just obvious. But in terms of, like, and I think we're better than we are last year. I mean, we're still on for, what is it, 111 points or whatever. We're one hell of a force. We've lost 3 games in 34 matches, boys. And you remember when we were losing and everybody started to lose their mind about it and started getting scared and, you know, panic because we lost a game, because we'd lost 3 games in whatever it was at the time. I can't remember last time we lost a game. Well, 17 games ago, you know, apart from that dross in FA Cup. Richard Mell says, great win, toughest game on paper out of our remaining games. Absolutely. It was a big one today. There were plenty of people in my live chat, which I'm up for, saying, and I agree, because I tried to say it in my shit vid yesterday, that the game was between us and Sheffield United, and I truly do believe that. I don't think it really mattered. I'm looking at it now, you know, goal difference plus 50, 75 points to their 70, Burnley on 68, Sunderland on 62, and that reads wonderfully. But ultimately, I can't remember who it was, so apologies. It might have been Cragger who said, we're a point behind Sheffield even if they win today. So we're still in a really strong place. We were still going up, win, lose or draw today. But there's no doubt about it. It's bigger than that, Mark. It's large. It's huge. And it does. And these games do matter. I do think sometimes, you know, like, you know, Liverpool going to Man City yesterday and winning, that just cements the fact that they're the best team in the league. It cements the fact that they're going to win the league. I do think the big markers for the team, I'm just saying in general, I don't think it particularly mattered going forward, like us actually going up. But I do think it matters to the squad. Of course it does. It's a huge game one. Can you imagine how... I honestly think these boys are now thinking, like, to end the season, like, we don't get beat at home, so don't worry about home fixtures. That they will be worried about it. They'll be thinking, let's carry on. I mean, if it hadn't been for the slip against Burnley, you know, with Solomon, legit, we could have gone all season not getting beat at home. We're crazy good. Farker wants Leeds to become mightier than before his quest. You have to think as well, and you know, Bielsa's the absolute man, and it's not. I don't want to go down this road because of. I do agree with the, you know, the squad. I think Farker's got a better squad, but I think I've said this before, but you can look at it positively or you can look at that negatively, and you can say, well, Farker's getting all this out of the current squad, and we're just unbelievable. Bielsa got so much more out of a poor squad, or nowhere near this level squad that we've got. But that's like why is that a criticism to Farker? We're on fire. We look unbelievable. So it's not like, you know. So what? Do you know what I mean? That the squad, that Bielsa's the god, you know, nobody's arguing that. But so what that, you know, Farker's got a better squad. This is as good as it gets. I really believe that. Who is better than us? Who's anywhere near as good as us? And we're showing it in every single which way. We're going out and beating teams, and I know it's Cardiff, but beat any team you beat in this league 7-0 is a piss take. 6-0's doable, 7-0's a piss take. You go to Sunderland, proper decent side. People saying that Sunderland are actually a better side than Sheffield United in terms of football, which I don't really know what that means in the grand scheme of things, because who really cares about that? You know, they're 8 points off Sheffield, so, and I don't like Wilder or Sheffield. I prefer Sunderland. I want them to go up. But to say that they're better, it seems a bit weird to me. But regardless, people saying that, we go and beat them. last minute jobby, digging heels in. Watford, proper like championship decent side. What were that, 4-0 or something? I thought that'd be one of the sticky ones. We are unbelievable, boys. George says, I think people are quick to blame Peru's touch because they got in their head when 9 or 10 someone plays a poor ball into him. 9 or 10 times somebody plays a ball pot. His touch is lovely around the box. He's a bit clunky every now and again. This idea that he's not fast is bullshit as well. He's not the fastest player on the pitch, but he just looks a bit clumsome. Of all the armchair coaches, except Farker's better yet, says 78 RPM. Probably not, brother, but that's more on them, innit? Boom, says Mark Newell. Thought the ref had a good game. It's nice to hear, Mark. I thought he did. I did. Leeds are falling apart again, says Alan Duncan. Leeds are falling apart again. Plymouth last game at season. I don't think it'll come to that, Arthur, but yeah, it's a big one. Get in. What a performance. That was a performance of champions tonight. That's what we're saying, in it, CB. That's what we're saying, brother. Take it easy, Mingy. Cheers for tuning in, brother. But that's what we're saying, CB. That's what we're saying. That's when you know. That's what I'm saying. That's like cements it, doesn't it? You know, 3-1 as well is just to cherry on top, innit? We had a poor 20 minutes first half. That's football. Then rest of it, I thought we dominated. Or not dominated, but this last. I'm gonna write this down for my video tomorrow. These last 20 minutes, you know, these last 20 minutes that we're doing is pressure personified. I've never seen pressure like it. We pile it on. It's amazing the amount of pressure we put on. Points record is on, says 78 RPM. I can't see it because I just think there'll be some horrible games yet to come. But I'm also, while I'm riding this wave at 78 RPM, how can anybody suggest that it ain't on? It's proper on. I just think it's a long time to go unbeaten as well. I think, what is it? We can lose 1 and draw 2, or lose 1 or draw 2 or something, which is real hard doing. Dick Dastardly, send him in as often as you want, boy. Bamford, Forshaw, this, that and the other. Fucking Wilder he'll be so pissed off tonight, won't he? Turns out Wilder's pre-match comments about Leeds were correct, says Sean Rooney. Love it. Do you mean me, Andy? We had 18 shots, they had 10. You said it right, Jack. Chris Gill says let's ride the wave. Just ride that wave, boy, all the way. As we're coming into Shaw, brother, ride it in, because the tide will be going out again next season. How many more games until the international break? Off the top of my head, I do not know. So we're looking at oh shit, hang on. West Brom on Saturday, Sunday 9th of March, Portsmouth, 12th of March, Millwall, 15th of March, QPR, and then 29th of March. So yeah, I think it's four games to international breaks. That seems like a bit of a gap. So 4 more games to get stuck in. I'm worried about everybody's getting a bit panicky, a bit edgy about the. No, Henry, you're a legend, mate. Do not worry, brother. You're the legend, mate. I appreciate you tuning in. Honestly, you're all fucking legends. It's crazy. We got to buy Rothwell, says Cragger. Honestly, man, I don't know what more player has to show before everybody has to unanimously go, why wouldn't you sign him? Why would he not be on the books of the club? If he'd have been a signature this year, we'd have all said, brilliant. Going into next year, like, awesome. We've got him on, but like, he's in and on and over here. We sat with him, do you know what I mean? He doesn't have to start every game in the Premier League. He's not going to let you down. I don't know where these things come from. This defence-minded bullshit thing. He's not going to let you down at ball. He's excellent at ball. He's not an idiot. He's very similar to Forshaw, I think. Bamford and Forshaw. But he is similar to him. I think he's possibly better, do you reckon, Rothwell? I mean, certainly in terms of, like, I think he's as good a ball player as Forshaw, because I thought Forshaw time just stopped still for him. But it does with Rothwell, and he's got the delivery, he's got the ball forward, he's got the, I don't want to say tenacity because it sounds like I'm just whipping words out, but he does have that, he has that run where he drives it in, you know, like drives with the ball. Oh, I fucking love him. Honestly, I love him. Arthur Bushby says, well, Farke done it again with subs because Sheffield run out of gas. He got it right again, man. Give Tanaka a new contract while you're at it, Arthur. I hope Tanaka stays when we go up, as clubs will look to sign for him. I actually think he will stay. I genuinely do. Back home having a beer, Alfred. Love it, mate. Get stuck in, lad. Arthur, when Tom Cannon came on, rubbing my hands, he's crap. Chickers is here. Sorry for the lateness. Being Conker's deep at graft. Well done. Love it, Chickers. It was outstanding again, man. We just dug in again. I'm still yet to see this thesis, to be fair. I'm not sure Whitesnake's even. I think Whitesnake's a robot, I think. He just comes in and just sets up a robot to come and comment on my channel every now and again. I don't think he's ever watched one of my videos before. Chickers, winners win from the back, front, side and stands. Leave them all behind and push. Get up. Stephen Bell buzzing. Jack Lad buzzing. Yes, I am as well, big lad. I don't know how to say that name, but I can't believe I just found out that Leeds are the 4th most successful club in Yorkshire. They've got less trophies than Sheff Wednesday, Sheffield United, and even the mighty Huddersfield Town. I don't know if that's true or not. Do you know who don't care? David Brent style. Your boy. He don't care one iota. He don't care because we're plus 50 goal difference. 17 games unbeaten, and then we've got Muppets at Sheffield United saying, you know, Diaz and Hamer and this, that and the other. We haven't been beat since I can't even remember. Leeds are falling apart again. Jay, the Subbit final nailing coffin just like it was for Sunderland. They'll realise that they're in a dogfight now and we're running away with it, boy. Yes. Sean Rooney. Yes, Sean. I love it, mate, because it will coming into chat during live feed, which is fine. That's obviously fine. But everybody's saying, oh, what about January window? What about January window? Sean Rooney knows what day it is. 12 games to go, says Andy. Love it. Hanfair lost his points accrued trophy. Yes. I can't wait to watch his interview. I bet he's like, again, he can't help himself. I don't think he realises how like passive aggressive he is. But it'll be very, you know, like he is like going, well, you know, I thought we played well. But he might have just lost it. I don't know. Somebody might have watched it, so he might have just gone in. We've lost one since we've lost 7. Can't wait to see Wilder's miserable moaning face. Neither can I, man. 7 for Rothwell's that last Samurai. 7.5 million, man. People compare it to Tanaka because we've got Tanaka for an absolute steal. 7.5 million for Rothwell, who you just know is proper decent. I just think it's a steal. Do you know 78 RPM? And that is extremely interesting that you should say that, because there's a lot of players have found a way with Farke and Leeds. You'd have to argue that Ampadu's done that. Rodon's done that. Bogle's a beast. But Bogle's just a beast anyway. Firpo's become a beast. Peru's coming on leaps and bounds. There's something in that, 100%, where, you know, some players need the right characteristics, don't they? They're the right characteristics for a certain style of play. And maybe he has found his own. I do think Rothwell will be slightly inflated on that AO comment. They'll want 15 million for Rothwell if we go up. I do think they'll know he's had a good end to the season, and they'll know that we're potentially looking for him. But as we know with the 49ers, they won't be bullied. So, you know, I think once you get towards 15 million, I think they'll just say, no, we're not interested, and they'll move on. Ollie DYG says, we need a solid squad. Rothwell will be a good squad player. It's just 100%. It's a no-brainer to me. Dave Gallia says, Tanaka, best player. I agree, man. Well, I think him and Purdue. I think Dan James has been a joke. I think Solomon's been brilliant. It's hard to. I mean, you just run through it all sides. It's so hard to say that Bogle hasn't been player of the season. Firpo's been amazing. Firpo was injured, but I'd have to say, to be fair to Bogle, I don't think he'll get the player of the season just on the basis that he's a right back. But he's got to be in with a bit of a shout. I would say that the players that would be up for the player of the season that they've probably had injuries. So if Ampadu is out for a few weeks, for instance, he was out earlier on. Tanaka, you could argue, but I don't. As mint as Tanaka is, and he's so mint, I don't know if it's like player of the season. I don't know. I don't want anybody to think that that's a diss, because it's not. It's just, when you're looking at, like, it's hard to say who's, like, there's more to it than just being, like, unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, because it's normally dominated by someone that's banging all goals in, but I don't think Parizli would get it. So I'm leaning towards a Bogle, to be honest. I don't know why I called him a Bogle. Krager says, Wilder's face with 5 minutes left, all you could see was the defeat. Love it. Muppets. He'd gone, hadn't he? You could see he'd gone. Ollie DYG says, we only need to upgrade Gruev in the midfield for the Prem. Andy Rose says, I read yesterday Dan James' value is 12 to 14 million. We paid 26. Now he's better. How is he now worth less than half in his prime? Well, he's dropped down a level, only for a start off. I still think people are pretty sceptical of him on a world stage, aren't they? So they're not. Man U aren't going to want him back, for instance. I know what you mean, because he's now coming into his prime years, but he's in Championship, so I think he'd get a West Ham move. He'd do what Somerville's done, wouldn't he? But yeah. You're a very unique character, lad, but up the Leeds, and that's a good thing too, pal. I think Rothwell looks similar to Mateus Click. I think he's more of a Forshaw in there, but just slightly more progressive. Just in a different role, but I think he's a similar player to him. I don't think his Click were a bit more getting towards Aronson, I'd say, than Rothwell. But people do think Rothwell can play in that 10 role, but I'm not here for it. George says Rothwell always looked decent in Prem for Bournemouth, even when they were battling relegation. The only reason it didn't work was injuries. There's a lot going on, man, isn't there? There's a lot going on in players. There's a lot more to it than just, And also, you're not watching these players week in, week out, and actually like analysing these players. Maybe they're not getting insides and stuff. Who gives a shit? He's been brilliant for us. Who cares what's been before? Who cares what's to go after? He deserves it on the basis he's been absolutely excellent. I think 15 million would be getting certainly on strong side, but I don't think he's worth anywhere near 15 million. So, as in, his 30-year-old bloke, Championship standard has not been a 100% feature for us, even though he's been unbelievably instrumental and had some massive moments for us. I mean, he keeps pulling us out of grinder, to be fair, past couple of games. I mean, it don't get much better, I don't think. I honestly don't. I know I'm banging on about Rothwell like there's no tomorrow, but I think he's got us these last two results. Instrumental in that. I mean, I called him De Bruyne by accident on Joe's show last week, but I don't literally mean like De Bruyne. I just think when he's delivering a ball, it's like, who else is delivering that ball while he's on the pitch? I just think he's excellent. He's nowhere near De Bruyne. I don't even think he should even start for us necessarily. I think he should if Ampadu's not there. I think Tanaka and Rothwell, I don't want to keep saying it, but Tanaka can do that 6 role better than Gruev, and Rothwell is so good on the ball, it's a joke. 5 million for Bogle, what was Sheffield thinking? Love it, Alfred. Adstyle Images says Wilder just said he would have shook hands at 88 minutes. Well, Mr. Wilder, have it, Charlie. Is that what he said? What does he mean by that, though? Well, Dallas had one leg for a bit, to be fair, didn't he? Interesting facts. Very off topic, Andy, but I'm up for it. That stuff's for overlap, mate, as you well know. We'll get stuck into that and overlap. Hey, I can't disagree with it, mate. Arthur says Gruev's injury has hampered him. It has, to be fair. I don't want anybody to think this is a diss as Gruev, because I think he's been brilliant. I just think as the midfield too, does it get much better? I think Ampadu and Tanaka is the best partnership at the club in the middle. I think Ampadu and Gruev's. I don't mind it away from home against shit sides. It is what it is. I think Gruev's progressive enough against shit sides. My point is with it, when I think Rothwell's on the ball against decent sides, I actually think he's better on the ball against decent sides. It takes Sting out of the game in a different way. It's a different method the man's got. I think Gruev and Tanaka is the most pointless partnership at the club, if I'm honest. If I had to pick an order, I would still go Ampadu, Tanaka, Rothwell and Gruev. So put them in any fucking order you want, in any two. But that's, if I had to pick an order, that I just can't tell you. I know I'm banging on about Rothwell, that is no tomorrow. I just can't tell you how instrumental I think he is in games. It's Wilder said Leeds at best team, best second half. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's been a minge, isn't he? Tudor Rose says I like the season with John C running down the stairs like a kid getting his birthday cards off postman. He was loving it, big lad. He was all over that fella in front of him, riding him like a fucking Shetland pony. I don't know if you ride them, because I don't know about horses or dogs or ponies, because I'm presuming a Shetland pony is a pony. Oh, already coming in for Bamford for no reason here. I'm only messing about. Rumour has it Farker's press gang is squad to vote for Meslier's player at season. For Mes were good today. Got over his whatever. If you reckon that were a mistake, got over it. Made a couple of brilliant saves, couple of good catches. Came out and got one towards end. That one where through ball in on road on, he comes out and cleans up really well. Excellent stuff from my man. What do you expect from Ramazani? I think he's just got to wait for his chance. Ben Harrison says, bit easy and love it, Ben. Love it, mate. Get up. 800,000 or 800 million? I think you try to have me on there, man. I love Byram, but that's definitely not right. What are you saying on 7.5 mil? I'd take that. Oh, between 5 and 8, I just think, what are you going to get for that, really? I mean, if you got him for 4 million, I just think you'd be a knobhead not to take that. Super Tanaka says, Dave Galea, love it. Pay it, says Arthur. Rodon was excellent tonight. He certainly was. The team are coming on leaps and bounds. We are the boys. £6 million on a Bamford swap deal. I can't, for the life of me, I can't keep Bamford out of these chats. We'll see when we get up into Prem, won't we, Rodon? We'll see when we get up into Prem with a lot of them. We do not know, do we? So we will see. But as I say, wave after wave, ride it out. It's fucking brilliant to watch at minute. Are you kidding, dude? I think we're in another stratosphere. Middlesbrough only. I won't even have the maths to work this out. 44 points to 75. 44, 54, 64, 74. They're only 31 points behind us. I know what you're saying. They're on a horrendous run, aren't they? Jesus. It's 5 games beaten in the last 5, but it might be more because I'm only looking at last 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. They beat West Brom 5 games ago. Then got beat to Portsmouth. They are pap. They've collapsed. My man Carrick, who cares? Mingy handing out their memberships, you absolute G, dude. Every time I look away, you're in and on and over here, aren't you, with membership? Dan Irvine, you've been gifted a membership by Ming59. Say thank you. Legend. Ben Harrison, 5 wins in a row now. It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, 17 unbeaten, plus 50 goal difference. Wouldn't have expected that coming into these last 2 games. Make it 10 and we're up. We're the best team in the league by a fucking 1,000 miles. Is it on Sky on Saturday? Because my mate said it once. So. Jules D says, yo, just got home from the pub, was logged in all through Outfit stats, but I can hear you now. Good lad. Appreciate you, man. Jack, you never know, old Amface might come out with more profanities for your ending thumbnails, figures through spit. I hope so. I hope we can revamp it, to be fair. It doesn't need a revamp, doesn't it? Furpo, my man at match, a bloke's a joke. Andrew Thompson says that Sky give him man at match as well. I don't know if, to be fair, yes, Andy. Andrew says the game is on Sky at weekend. I don't know if what's this allow gifts? I don't know, dude. I think it'd be trying to get you to become a member or something. I don't know, because I know when you gift out memberships, you can. I don't know, if I'm honest. I should know, but I don't know. So it'd help me a lot if I knew, but I don't. You know, as much as Joe Depp will attest to, you know, he's been trying to get me to get a scoreboard on since God were a lad, and I'm still not done it. So man's busy. So these gifts, these memberships get handed out like Santa Claus, Christmas time, but is what it. I don't know even how it works. I know that. Well, I don't know. Stop talking about it myself. Arthur Bushby says Leeds United 4, West Bromwich Albion 2, love it. Mike Jones says absolutely mint, buzzing. Remember when everyone had a whinge when the Blunts got racky, sacky before us, great effort tonight. That's what I'm saying, man. I am indeed, Ollie. Yes, indeed. I will be in the cup, giving it the big one, giving it large. You going on Saturday, Arthur? George says more worried about Portsmouth away than West Bromwich Albion. If they take the foot off after thinking we've got through a hard period, they could easily do a number on us. That is legit. We do have to be, and they will be. They're more than well aware, as you are aware. But we did actually have a little bit of an habit last year, didn't we, of then coming up stuck against some shits. So we do need to keep the fire burning. The fire rises. The fire must continue to rise. Thank you, dude. Thank you, Joe. Silver Steve, whatever he called, didn't quite agree, but... Are you joking, Alfred? You what? Get up, Clem. Love it, lad. They all come as one. Gifts, flowers and memberships. Championships, baby. 13 points ahead of Sunderland. It's sickening, isn't it, brother? They're in his rear view now. I'm very confident we'll be going up, says Stephen Bell. Come on. Sean Rooney, after 50 plus years since my first game at Ellen Road, I've learned to relish these moments. Get in. Je ne sais quoi, brother. George says Portsmouth are very good at home this season as well. 78 RPM counteracts that with I am worried about absolutely no one, home or away, as we are Leeds. That's on that McGregor shit in it. And like to apologise to absolutely no one. I can't do his accent, so I won't bother try. Jules D's obsessed with Plymouth being our biggest threat, but it'll be over by then, man. Be over by then. No room on the screen for pundits over on Joe's. What is there? Shitloads of them. I don't know, man. Not seen. Right, boys, I'm going to jump out of here, though. I appreciate every which one of you. You're all legends, man. Thank you for tuning in. Truly means the world to me. I wouldn't do it. If not, I'd be just either in boozer or just sat on my own with my dick in my hand. So it keeps me away from wank station, so I do appreciate it. Take it easy. I'll drop in tomorrow for a shit vid. The underlap will be live on Thursday. Nobody do it how we does it. He didn't, did he, Mike? Hamface has just been interviewed and said the Leeds fan didn't say a word until the 65th minute. Don't try get me going. Behave yourself, Chrissy Wilder. Boom, says Andrew Thompson. Sorry. Hey, yo, thanks, Jack. Take care and stay safe. Marching on together, love it. Don't write off Plymouth. They beat Liverpool. Ooh. Right, boys. Take it easy, boys. Thank you very much. Shout out to everybody that give me super chats. Mingy, Sean Rooney, George, Legendary MVG. Take it easy, everybody. I will see you tomorrow for a pre-record, a quick shit vid. I'll be going live on Thursday, as we always do. Nobody do it how we does it, with the underlap. So be there or be square. It will be on Thursday. It was a day early last week. It was on Wednesday because I was out on Slush on Thursday. I'm back to go tackle that bastard wardrobe now. I've just realised, just remembered. Thank you, Alfred. I proper appreciate it, man. Sometimes I don't know whether I'm even saying it or not. I don't even know if it's entertainment, but I appreciate every which one of you. So take care, everybody. Shout out to all.